Right, hi guys, my name is Gerry and this is the weekly photo chat on Wild Eye. If you've been following for the last week or so, you would know that all of the last 2 weeks' photo tips and the photo chat last week was pre-recorded. Same with this one. However, while you're watching this, I'm back in Joburg in the office trying to catch up on a million emails. However, I thought for today's chat, this is the last afternoon in the Kalahari Transfrontier Park. And with a lot of time to photograph, a lot of time, me time, a lot of drinks, all those kind of wonderful things, I thought just a quick recap on photography and wildlife photography, specifically in this part of the world. Now, the Kalahari Transfrontier Park is made up of a combination of, it's pretty much where South Africa, Botswana and Namibia all come together. And it's vast, it's desert, it's bloody hot, but it is phenomenal. It really is a special, special place. There's a couple of annoying things, such as idiots driving on the road. I mean, sitting watching a lion sighting, everybody's kind of decent and they're going around and this schmuck pulls in right in front of us. Anyway, those are the small things, you always will get them. But the interesting thing I found is almost every, well not almost, every single vehicle we passed or stopped at sightings and on the road had cameras. And it's not funny. It's not a funny thing really, because if you speak to a lot of wildlife photographers in and around South Africa, the Kalahari does feature as one of the must go to, the wish list places, and with good reason. It's phenomenal. It's not Big Five, so what you do get is a lot of springbuck, hensbuck, general game. But what makes the photographic opportunity special is the scenes in which these animals find themselves. It is truly phenomenal. What you do is the whole park, I'll drop a map in, the whole park splits into a V, and while you're driving in these river beds, you've got the Alb and then the Nosab River. While you're driving in these old dried up river beds, you basically got the terrain flat where the road runs, and then on the side it kind of curves up, the old river banks, I would suppose. And what that does is it's almost like a cauldron, if you will, for wildlife. So they all come in there because those are where the water points are. But more than that, with the rise of these banks, the early morning and late afternoon light falls over these banks, creating the most fantastic light. And at the best of times, the animal kick up some dust, which just makes for real special photographic moments. Now, another little tip, we're going to talk about this now, is if you're staying at some of the camps on the northern side, all these people chase, I mean, you can leave the camp at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's when you can head out on your game drive, day drive, whatever you want to do. Some of these people start queuing from 5:30, right? And they are eager as hell, and they're right up there queuing, banging the doors down to get their permit to drive out and that. So the first morning we arrived and thought, now I'm not going to get into a fist fight about leaving the gate first. However, this was a good thing. As these guys drive, they are, I don't know where they're going because nobody's out there yet, so they chase off and they kick up the most wonderful dust, this white dust, but then you get the golden orange morning light dropping on that. It creates the most fantastic atmosphere. So if you are in these camps, let the schmucks drive off first, let them go, and you can get that wonderful golden glow afterwards. It really, really is spectacular. Even just for normal images, check this one out. It's just a normal tree with the sunlight coming through that, the dust creates a fantastic image. So let them go, let them chase off. Now, equipment-wise, what I brought along this time to this specific trip was I've been shooting a lot with, this is the D3S with a 600mm Nikon. Next to it is the 200-400 Nikon. Now, originally I thought I would do a lot of shooting with the 200-400 because of that little zoom that it does have. John and Andrew in the office, when I discussed which I'm taking, they said take the 600. But I'm thinking it's big, it's bloody hassle and stuff. I haven't taken the camera off the 600 yet, and a lot of the time I've had a converter on it as well. The thing with this is a lot of, because of the riverbed being flat and open, a lot of the stuff's quite far off the road. So if you can get a 600, beauty, absolutely stunning, get nice and tight, and you can get real intimate portraits of the animals close up, like some of these lion shots I'm going to drop in now. Also, you can get full frame images of the smaller things, like little field mice and things like this. Watch this one. These guys were just off one of our camping places, and yeah, they make for great images. Without the 600, what I have to crop and take the 600 if you can. My biggest concern with taking the 600 initially was the size. It's big, it's this. But check this out. I mean, look at the size difference. The camera, if I chop the camera off, it's almost, you give it about that much, if you can see, that much. difference between the two. Now, this is the extra lens hood, because the Nikon 600 comes with two lens hoods. You can take, let me show you here, you can take the one off, which is that, and you can stick both on together. So I've just been using the one. So from a size point of view, it's virtually the same as the 200 400. So if you do have a choice, buy one, steal one, come and rent one from us, take the 600 with, you will not be sorry. If you take a 1.4 converter with, even better. I found that, sure, apart from the 600, I shot a little bit with the 70-200 on a D300S with a crop sensor, which quite interesting for the closer things. The two lenses I would bring if I come here again, and believe me, I am coming again, more on that soon, is a macro, 105 macro, because the smaller things, little geckos and stuff, is phenomenal. I tried with every single lens, well, bar the 600, to get some tight shots. Did get it right with the 14-24 of some of these geckos. 105mm, I think, and the 100mm Canon macro. Bring them if you can. Rent them, whatever. Bring them along. You will not be sorry. From the plant to the birds, the little geckos and stuff, you have to have it. The other one, I brought a 14-24 wide angle, which is hell of a wide. A lot of the landscapes here, because you've got quite distinguishing features along the way, it does warp it in a bit. There's a bit of distortion. Easy to fix afterwards, and we'll do a tutorial on this sometime. But the lens I would bring next time is a 24-70mm. It'll give you the ability to get landscape shots with some animals in it, where the 14-24, just your animals are yay big. See, you can't even see them. And it's difficult to work. Got some phenomenal stuff though, and for stars and star traps and sunset, sunrises, if you have space, bring the 14-24, but 24-70 I think is a must. Along with the 105mm, those are the only two lenses I wish I could have here as well. Other things you need to bring photographically if you come to this place is a cleaning cloth, because shit, there's a lot of dust. And also tripod for stars and for landscapes, things like that. Beanbag for the car, also a must. Photographically is, you can come here expecting to point your lens at a good deal of lion and cheetah, which is, we had decent, very, very decent sightings from. And then once you've got all your kit now and you start pointing your camera at all these wonderful things, try and get away from the crowds. Check this example. We found a whole bunch of lions, and everybody and their grandmothers and their second cousins twice removed arrived on the scene. They all bumble around and they block these poor cats. So we decide these things are moving into a direction. We drive out ahead and we wait for them. So then you get images where these cats are walking towards you. There's no vehicles. You got the place to move around, and that's where the 600 came in handy, because I could shoot quite tight images of the cats, such as this one walking straight towards us. But on the flip side, when we moved out of the area, I could still get landscape type shots with the animals in their environment, such as this one. Just off the scene to the right, what you're looking at now, there must have been about 8-9 cars, which for this place is a lot around a sighting. Kruger Park, 40-50 easy, no jokes. Here not too busy, but still. And that's when you get the idiots all throwing fingers at each other and ugly words and looks. Get out the way, use your long lens and shoot from there. Wonderful. You can create unique images. Also, I mean, if you're going to look, everybody's going to have the same images, so do something different. Well, the Kalahari, one of the things that attracted me to this originally was the work of Hannes Lochner. Now, if you backtrack all the way to the very first weekly chat I ever did, feels like years ago, I actually had a look at one of his books, The Colors of the Kalahari. Fantastic. You have to get one. If you don't know where, what, how, drop me an email, which is at the end of this video, and I'll give you the details. You have to get this guy's books. Anyway, I met up with him. We've been in contact for quite a while now, and very exciting stuff. We've been at Wild Eye, we've been looking at getting a photographic expedition to this part of the world for quite some time now. And there's a couple of people who try to offer something, or who are offering something, but it just doesn't work, or doesn't come together, blah, 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 long story. Anyway, bottom line is, we've got 2, maybe 3 photo expeditions next year to the Kalahari Transfrontier Park. Dates to follow. I've got them on my iPad. I just got to cement them down, and they'll go on the website, which is, I hope you've checked it out yet. They'll go on there, and it'll be led by one of us from the Wild Eye team, along with Hannes. Now, Hannes has been working in this area for a long time, knows the place backwards, and is an inspiration of note. To me, at least. I mean, I think his work is fantastic. Raw, uncut wildlife, beautiful, beautiful guy, and I love his work. So, Next year, Wild Eye with Hannes Lochner. We're going to run 2, maybe 3 in the Kalahari. It's a bit of a rustic experience. Comfortable, make no mistake. But the photographic things you get here is very different to what you get elsewhere. We work the dust, we work the scenes. I mean, I sat now for the last couple of days very close to we're in the Kalahari tented camp here now. I sat staring at little bee eaters, where you look at the behavior, you see what they do, and then you point the 600 at them. We've got some fantastic images of these little things flying around. So with the website being up and running now, the blog posts are going to start coming shortly. And one of them is, I think I got what was the fancy title I thought of? Oh, Watch, Learn and Shoot. Which means don't just arrive, take a couple of pictures and leave, like 99% of the people do. Sit there for a while, watch your subject, which is very similar to the subject. Moving on. You watch them for a while and you can learn, see what the behavior is, and that's when you're going to start getting some decent shots. Same with springbuck. We arrive one morning, whole herd. Again, there's dust from all the idiots who drove off very quickly in front of us. We got the nice golden dust around these things. They're pronking, jumping around. We watch for a couple of minutes, see what the signs are before they do it, and that's when you shoot. So if you come on a Wild Eye expeditions with us, that's what we look for. We're not just going to shoot the normal stuff that everybody does. Okay, get the leopard in the tree, get the elephant spraying, blah, blah. Those are great, but there's more to it. So watch the website for details. I'm hopefully by this chat next week, I'll have more dates. Well, I can make the dates official for next year, but you want to come on these things. It's going to be limited to 6 photographers only, and apart from those, I'm looking at booking again next year. Difficult to get accommodation in this part of the world because it is limited. So if you can get in here with a bunch of like-minded photographers, believe me, I'll be first in line. Awesome, awesome stuff. You want to join us for that. Anyway, I'm off to go and pack the car now because we're leaving first thing in the morning. This is Monday, so you're watching this. What have I missed while I've been gone? Pre-recorded, there was one on repetition for the Friday photo tips. I think there was one on, what was the other one? Oh, choosing your images, which I'm going to have to do now since I've been shooting all these things. Coming up Friday is the Friday photo tip, which I shot also a couple of days ago, is to do with white balance. Now, how you can selectively use white balance, override the system to create different and striking images. So that's on Friday. I will be back with you. I'm in Joburg as we speak, as you're watching this. But yeah, I'll see you on Friday for the photo tip, also from the Kalahari, pre-recorded. Love technology. And then I'll be back on Monday with the next photo chat and some tutorials. Got a couple of, as I've been working through my images the last couple of days, because I was quite good, because it was me time, that after my shoot I can record photograph a few things, and in the day process, look at, choose. So I've got a nice couple of tutorials coming up in the next couple of weeks. Also, as promised, I will get there. We are going to do all the tutorials that I've done, repackage them in Wild Eye, and then push them out onto the net as well, as standalone tutorials. You don't have to listen to me waffle on for the whole 10 minutes. You can just watch those tutorials. Anyway, I'm off. I will see you guys around. If you're in the 4S area, come pop in at the office, say hello, come book a trip, come rent a lens, just come chat photography, because that's what it's all about. Contact details, Twitter, Facebook, they're all at the end of this video. Thank you guys. I will see you all on Friday for the photo tip, otherwise next week. Have a good one.